harsh reality a lot of y'all gonna have to face is every not getting beat on. Some is just losing the fight. Okay, you went in that room, you smacked that boy, and he smacked your ass from the window to the walls. And that is not my problem. I tell all my cousins, all my sisters, all my homegirls, do not call me when that nigga smacked you because you did something to make that boy smack you. Okay? He did uppercutted your ass because you done went out there and put bleach on all his clothes. Oh well. Oh well.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate when women go and make a story up when they know they were a part of it. I cannot stand when women go and say, oh, he was beating my ass, he was abusing me, all while she was throwing stuff at him, cheating on him the entire time, destroying his stuff, taking his keys, acting crazy. Look, if you're involved in a relationship and you guys are both hitting each other, that's not domestic violence. You both are hitting each other. To me, domestic violence is when one person is just pounding on you. Like the way Ike Turner was just pounding on Tina, and there was proof and everybody knew it. That's a whole different ball game. You cannot sit here and cry wolf when you're the one spitting in this man's eye.
That's a funny story that she said that, because it turns out that Ike Turner wasn't just beating on Tina. That's the crazy part. And I didn't believe it the way we was spent of it, but from people from the past said that Ike Turner and Tina Turner, they were beating each other. So a lot of the times you'll see that Tina Turner would be yelling at Ike or hitting Ike, and I think she hit him with a shovel or something like that. And this is not in defense. This is just doing it, just sparking up the fire with him. Now, I didn't believe that, but this is what was said. I believe it was Judge Joe Brown that said that, and I forgot the podcast he said it on. But if you look up Judge Joe Brown, look up Ike Turner, he spoke on it from first person's point of view because he knew them to some degree. I don't know if he was young or whatever it is, but he knew him. He was telling the story like, yo, that's the way their dynamic was. Anybody from that town knew that, and how Tina Turner was actually not good at all. She was just not a nice person. So, and then, even if somebody tried to be nice to her. Now, maybe she was a bad woman. Who knows? And, that turned up, but it's not the story that we heard. Ike was an abuser, but it seems from what he was saying, it was a two-way street. However, in most cases, when we talk about the violence back and forth from man to woman, it's usually a two-party system there. They usually do that to each other. And then you have the ones that do that to one, like one party is doing that. Now, this is just my anecdotal evidence and from whatever I've ever seen, but I want to know if your situation would be the same as mine, so we can get down to the bottom of this. I've seen more women hit men than I have ever seen men hit women. So let's just throw that to the side. Then, of the men that I actually did see hit women, the majority of those cases, they were hitting each other. And I'm not talking about only in that incident. I'm talking about just overall. Like, he'll just get upset and she'll do something that she'll do something that she knows that he doesn't like and provoke him to do something, and he'll just get off and go on her. I've seen that. Then you'll see stuff that he'll do stuff that he didn't want her to find out or knew that she wouldn't like, but he'll lie and say that, he didn't do it or he wouldn't do it. And then she'll do that and go off on him. That's a majority. I'm trying to think if it maybe be one. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I can't think right now too deep from that. But maybe. I would say one. I'm just saying one because I don't want to say it's 100%. Where it's a battered woman that don't provoke him. When I say provoke him, I don't mean like you just the fool cold and he would knock you upside the head. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you bleaching all the clothes, spitting on him, breaking all this stuff, and attacking him in some type of way, right? Or attacking things. Do something in some type of way to provoke him on purpose to look for a fight or just knock him upside the head. I don't really see the women that don't do that. And then the man is just, just so ready to just knock somebody out and knock her upside the head, and she didn't do nothing or provoke him in any type of way, and he just do that. I'm gonna say one, but I've never really seen it. Now, that's anecdotal. What did you see? Did you see most men just knocking women upside the head and they just sat there and they never did nothing to him never knocked him upside his head. Like, she don't do that. She's just a nice woman, and he just a idiot and want to just kick somebody down the stairs. Is that most of the cases for you? Let me know, because I would love to know.
You're the one punching this man in the head. And I watched this one video one time, which is so crazy. It was like a girl, and they were breaking up, and she was literally attacking him, charging him, following him. She goes on the other side of the car, and when I tell you, y'all, she's close fist socking him with hella rings, hitting him until his nose starts bleeding. And then her homegirl's recording it, and then he said, "Stop hitting me." He went and I mean hit her one time, and she fell to the floor. And then her homegirl's gonna go, "Come on, why would you do that, this and that?" If you had sense, you would have went and grabbed your homegirl.
Yeah.
Why are you going to say, "Come on and stop now," when you could have stopped her? I hate when the woman's the aggressor, but it's the man's fault. I hate when the man reacted to her abuse, but it's the man's fault.
Yeah, there's a lot of the times that go on to that. I've seen that, once again, too many times where I see women. I've seen women do that in front of cops. And that's more than once, too. This wasn't like a one-off incident. I've seen women do that, yell, kick, scream, slap him, throw stuff in his face in front of police. And that's multiple times. She did not go to jail. That's insane to me. So it's okay to do it to men, and men do that. Men can't give you the same energy. A lot of those times, men just be tired of whatever they get and then be like, "No, you're just not going to do that to me. You're not going to just do as you feel with me because you feel like it." It's not the scared woman that's being with a man that the man just wants to knock somebody upside the head. This is not to dismiss the fact that that is happening, and men do that, but that's not the norm. The norm is, and the crazy part is, a lot of the cases, which I've seen happen multiple times too, Lord knows the type of life I done lived through, right? I've seen happen multiple times, is when the cop, they had this thing where the cop, if the cops were called, somebody has to go to jail, right? So the man is the one that got hit. He wasn't the one that was hitting. He was the one that got hit. Somebody else called the cops. Somebody has to go to jail. The man goes to jail solely because of the situation of it being a man and a woman. He goes to jail, or the man just says, "Well, somebody has to go," and he'll be like, "I'll go," and just leave her there. I've seen that happen so many times. So I know for sure, 100%, that the data, even though the data does say that majority of the cases, it's them hitting each other, it's like it's back and forth, I can guarantee you that is skewed so much solely based on the men. Once again, they just automatically locking the man up no matter what, even if she knocked him upside the head. And also the man going to put himself in jail, basically like going for her just so she won't have to go. So I could guarantee that data is skewed to the max. Once again, this is not to dismiss the fact that men do that. They're not innocent. It's not like there's no cases that men don't just, super kick somebody. I'm not saying that, because that would just be stupid.
There are situations where men are reacting to your guys' abuse, and you will sit here and say he abused you, but all while you smacked him up, all while you get his phone and throw it at his head, all while you throw his phone and break it, all while you break his shit. Please do not do that. You're not in a fucking DV situation. You are the abuser as well. You both are actually abusing each other. So please do not go inviting people into your chaos. Stop inviting your friends and, "Hey, can you help me? Can you do this and that?" when you know you're a part of the chaos. Dude, keep your hands to yourself. I don't know what it is with some women where they think if, since they're a woman, they can hit a man. Dude, you're going to get hit like one. Do I agree with violence? No, y'all, I really don't. I would much rather be in a relationship where there's no abuse at all, but that's not the case with some of you guys. So if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, keep your hands to yourself. If you know you're emotionally chaotic as a woman, stop being in a relationship. If you know you're going to pop off on men, stop being in a relationship. It's simple. Get your shit together, get your emotions together before you ever do that. Because like I said, you're going to end up ruining a good man all because you couldn't take care of yourself, all because you couldn't control your emotions. Are there abusive men? Of course there is. But this video is about women being abusive and acting as if they're not. A lot of you guys don't take accountability.
And that's true. The women that don't take accountability to that, I've seen so many women just pop off on men. Now, the ones that are back and forth where the man does it to the woman and the woman does it to the man, I realize that the dynamics of whatever happens in those things are different. So let's just talk first about the man that gets hit by women and then the women that gets hit by men. Keep in mind, both of them is no good. Both of them is not right. I'm not justifying neither. I'm just making an observation. And you tell me if my observation is correct, if your life would tell you the same exact thing. When a man gets hit by a woman or something like that, it's something that he did not really want to provoke. It's a lot of the times where, let's just say if he was cheating, trying to hide something, she ended up going through the phone, she ended up finding something, she elbow drop him. That's just in that type of scenario. She's not trying to get caught or anything like that. Now, a lot of the times when it comes to the woman that gets hit by the dude, I realize it's a big pattern there. It's not to say that every time this happens, it's to say that it does happen often enough for me to notice it. That she'll do something that she knows for sure that he wasn't like, and she'll bring it to his attention. Basically provoking him, egging him on in order for him to do something. It's kind of like somebody in your face doing something that you specifically just do not like. And they know you do not like it, and they know that will provoke you, so they control a weak man's emotions. And obviously women provoke it more like that way. In other words, let's just say if let's just say he's fully against blue shoes. He do not like blue shoes for whatever reason. The guy gets solely upset for blue shoes. So what she'll do is go take his credit card, go buy her some blue shoes. So now you're like, yo, you took my credit card, you went and bought something. She was like, yeah, and you gave it to me for a reason. If I can't use your money, don't. She'll gaslight me, be like, you know what? Okay, it's fine. I didn't give you my credit card so you could buy shoes. I gave you my credit card so you could buy some food here and there. I was trying to be nice, but don't matter. You bought some shoes? Fine, no problem. She'll kick those shoes and she'll egg them on for the rest of the day. And then now she gonna wear those shoes, let's call it heels. And now she going out. She gonna put on the shirt that shows off a bunch of cleavage, whatever things that he does not like. And she gonna click clack and flippity flop and sound like a horse all with them heels all around the goddamn house while she getting ready to go out. She gonna make sure she passes him 3, 4, 5 times, and he gonna be like, it's for him to say something and for her to egg him on even more so she gets something. It's like she needs that emotional connection, even if it's a bad emotional connection. So I would see that. A woman egg a man on purpose with things you know that he doesn't like, or say things that you know for sure would trigger him or hurt him, or that's why your mother didn't like you because you did, things like this. If you know he emotional about that, it's always something that's triggering to try to trigger a fight and emotionally manipulate you somehow in order for that to happen. And then when guys do it, it's just a passive thing. Like they're not trying to egg you on. It's just that they might have did something stupid or whatever it is, and then ended up egging you on. It just so happened that you ran into it. You found it with him. He basically just gave it to you. No, you found it when it came to him, but when it comes to you, you basically just gave it to him. You was really trying to get his attention on it. That's what I've seen a lot of those times. Doesn't mean all the time, but I've seen that a lot of times. And if I'm wrong and you didn't see that a lot, and my data is skewed, please let me know. Everybody's not perfect, but I'm pretty sure what I see is that. And I doubt I'm the only person. Let me know if I'm the only person.